Are you sick and tired of being stuck in the same life that you have? You want to excel, but you can't seem to get past these humps, these barriers that just keep you stuck where you are? If you want more than what you have right now, this is going to be the video for you, because we're going to talk about the paradigm, what it is, and how to completely transform it and get to where you want to go in life and have that life that you want and stop being stuck. So if that sounds like something you want to learn, stay tuned. What's up, guys? Rachel Capel. If you don't know me, I'm a San Francisco-based photographer, and I'm here to tell you all about what a paradigm is, how to get yourself unstuck, how to leap past those things that hold you back, how to start changing your habitual habits that you do day in and day out so you can start to have the life that you actually really want to have versus being stuck in the same thoughts as yesterday, getting the same results as yesterday. So let's get into this video on how to shift your paradigm. All right, so first off, let's get into what a paradigm is and how are we going to shift your paradigm. So your paradigm is essentially the things that create who you are, your thoughts, your habits, the things that you've learned via childhood, traumatic experiences, all the things that kind of shape you into who you are today. These things could have happened like when you're really young, things that you could have learned from your parents, from significant people like teachers in your past, or relationships that have basically brought you to where you are today. So the thoughts that you have thought up until, now are what create you. So if you were thinking, I've said this before, I believe the stats are like we have 60,000 thoughts a day and 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts as we had yesterday. So therefore we're going to keep getting the same results that we had yesterday unless we start to change our thoughts. So in order to have a paradigm shift or to shift your character of your person, you have to start thinking different things over and over and over repeatedly. And we've gone over these in different videos of like how to plant the seed in your subconscious mind to be able to change who you want to be, essentially. So in this, masterclass, we're going to kind of talk about how do you shift your paradigm. And basically you have to start off with first off, visualize what you want to become and who you want to be. So let's just use my story as an example. I wanted to be a photographer. Many of you know I was in marriage I was miserable in my marriage, and I looked to photography to try to solve my problems, give me happiness, do all the things, and I just created a different thought that I was experiencing from the prior days and started moving into action to help me get to where I wanted to go. So you have to decide where you want to go. So for me, it was, I wanted to become a photographer. I wanted to leave my ex-husband and I wanted to become a photographer. So how you do the paradigm shift is you have to first see that and have that be your goal, like your C-type goal. And then you have to read your goal several times a day. Like we've talked about in other videos, the C-type goal, you have to see it. And then you have to start visualizing it and repeating it and reading it over and over and over again every day. The next step is you have to have gratitude for all the things that have come into your life, both good and bad. So in Wallace D. Wattles says in his book, The Science of Growing Rich, the whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude, which is so true. Believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Second, believe that the substance gives you everything you desire. And third, relate yourself to it by feeling deep, profound gratitude. I think that when you have gratitude, and people say this all the time, but it's really important to be grateful for all the things that are good and bad. So what has created, us to be who we are up until this point? Like I met my ex-husband for a reason, because I had, past trauma from my childhood, as we all do, we never escape it, that brought me to where I was and the experiences that I had. And even though it wasn't perfect, there were a lot of really beautiful moments in that experience. And it brought me to photography, which, who would have known that I would be here, with this business and life that I have and teaching you guys how to shift your paradigm. So changing your paradigm is easy, but not simple. It requires consistent and conscious actions and forces you to get comfortable with the feelings that are uncomfortable. Writing with your opposite hand, which what Wallace Wattles talks about. I've never done that, but you can. It just kind of trains your brain to adapt and grow and rewire itself with new thoughts. So we've talked about this before. In the subconscious mind, you have to start planting seeds, and then do repetitious things over and over to ingrain it into the subconscious mind so then you become it. All right, so as we start to think different thoughts from yesterday, from the goal that we create, and we start to place gratitude on every one of our thoughts of like all the things that have come up for us and what we've done, we're going to start to like keep planting that seed into the subconscious mind through repetition. And that is, how does that look? At basically morning, noon, and night, you're going to look at your C-type goal. You're going to be thankful. You're going to do the visualizations and do the meditations that I've talked about in other videos. And you're going to start to see things start to change, and your mind will start to shift into the person that you want to become. So when you start doing this and start changing your paradigm, things like this will happen. You'll, instead of being lazy, let's say you are somebody that doesn't like to do anything, you wake up and you're miserable and you don't take action. Like, when you start to plant whatever it is into your mind, like being a six-figure photographer and beyond, you're going to start thinking of things that, a six-figure photographer does. Like, what does that look like for you? Like, if you had six figures, how could that change your life income-wise, right? So you're going to get excited to wake up. You're going to start becoming an action taker. You're going to start to have better confidence. You'll have stronger relationships. These things will all naturally happen because you will start to slowly shift into being and seeing who that six-figure and beyond photographer is, or just six-figure entrepreneur in general, right? You're going to start to take responsibility for your life because that's what a six-figure entrepreneur does. They don't just sit around and, watch TikTok and Instagram all day or Netflix. They're somebody that gets up with purpose and is managing clients and is reaching out to new clients and making things happen. You're going to start to take responsibility for your life. You're going to start to increase your income. You're going to start to become healthier. You're going to believe in yourself more. And when you look good and feel good, you're just going to have more confidence. And people, I've talked about it in other videos, like energy is everything. What you project out is what you get back. So if you're projecting out that you are a six-figure and beyond entrepreneur, you're going to have people treat you differently, And when you are healthy in mind, body, and spirit, things will come better to you because you're going to be in flow and more confident. And you're going to see how like your energy really can shift, the entire energy of a room. Like people have always been in rooms where it's like, there's the wallflower, the person that's meek and quiet, or the person that comes up and creates an environment and an energy that people love. Right? You either kind of like glass half full or glass half empty. So what are you going to do on a daily basis to shift this paradigm and to start making changes to become the person that you want to become, that six-figure entrepreneur, photographer, whatever it is? You're going to get up early. You're going to study and learn like you're doing right now with watching my videos. You're going to be grateful. You're going to visualize like I've talked about in all my videos, meditation, visualize and seeing what you want to have in your life and what you want to attract. You're going to focus. You're going to be present. You're going to control yourself and not be crazy and go buck wild. And you're going to be kind. Okay? Because all of these things are going to lead you to where you want to go in life. They're going to keep propelling you forward versus backwards. You're going to take and implant different thoughts into your brain to break up that paradigm that you currently have and create a new one of who you want to be. Here's 3 simple rules in life that I love. If you do not go after what you want, you are absolutely never going to get it. I promise you that. If you do not ask, the answer will always be no, because you're never going to know. If you do not step forward, you will always be in the same place. Okay. Once you start acting in these ways, you're going to see your entire paradigm will shift. When you start going after what you want and you start getting it, you're going to kick yourself for not doing it sooner. Okay. Because you could have had what you wanted sooner. If you do not ask, I tell you, you're never going to know. What's the shame in asking? They can always say no, right? But if you ask and you get it, how stoked will you be? And if you don't keep propelling yourself forward, like Bob Proctor always says, if you're not growing, you're dying. It is absolutely 100% the truth. If you're not growing, you're totally going to be dying. You have to be growing in business because technology times it just changes at such massive speeds. If you're not growing, you're dying. All right. So 9 things that entrepreneurs refuse to do, especially six figures and beyond entrepreneurs. Okay. These are things that you're going to want to put into your paradigm and make them part of who you are and start doing them and being aware and cognizant of them every day. Number one, they never make up excuses or give up sleep. Okay. Number two, do not give up sleep. Exclamation point. You need rest. You need to rejuvenate and you need to have time for yourself just to kind of heal your body and be focused and not run down. Because when you give up the sleep, you start to wear yourself down and that's where you can get sick and bad things can happen. You got to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single day. I know I'm not a perfect example of this, but sometimes when I get 6 hours, I literally have to take a nap in the middle of the day because I am so exhausted. I do not mess with my sleep. Okay. And I do not make up excuses. All right. Number three, you have to surround yourself with positive people. They do not surround themselves with negative people. Absolutely not. Negativity is not okay. And we have no time for that. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. They do not let their failures stop them. Number four. Number five, they do not cut corners unless it's something that's going to be more efficient. They are always doing the right thing and not trying to undercut people or do anything like that. Okay. They do not cut corners and they are not undermining people or doing anything to like make a quick buck. Number six, they do not think small. Number seven, they do not sacrifice their values or ethics. Absolutely non-negotiable. Ethics are so important. You have to always do the right thing because it always comes back to you. And if you are doing unethical things, it will come back to you, I promise. Number eight, they never let other people determine their success. Absolutely not. You are the person in control of your body, mind, and soul and your actions. And you are the one that create your success. You always look in the mirror and are responsible for every single action that you do in life. You do not blame others or do anything like that. Okay. You create your success. You are the one in charge of your life. You are the one that is going to make or break your dream in half or make it amazing. Okay. Number nine, they learn from their mistakes. When you are failing and struggling and having challenges, it is just the setup. It is a setback for the setup. Okay. For success. It is something that is going to propel you forward. A mistake is not a bad thing. Failure is not a bad thing. It just means that you are getting set up for something in the future that's going to be great. All right. Entrepreneurs mentality, poor mentality versus rich mentality. Poor mentality person always misses the good old days. They're living in high school. They're living in the past. So funny. And rich mentality, you live in the future. You project what you want and you live into the future. A poor mentality, you're always missing something. You're got the FOMO. It's like you're always missing out. Rich mentality, you know that beliefs materialize. If you think about them over and over and over and you take my YouTube channel and listen to it over and over and over, you know its success is inevitable if you keep doing the things that I'm teaching you guys. Poor mentality, they think the rich don't need them. Rich mentality, they know that rich people need them. Poor mentality thinks that they have to save for money to make more money. And that is absolutely ridiculous. Like in this day and age, it proves so much that like, there's no way you're going to save yourself to success. It's just like a never ending battle. You literally have to make more money. It's not even an option anymore. It's like, if you don't make more money, you're going to just you're going to be screwed. Okay. Rich mentality thinks, how to create more money, right? You have to like think about things that you can do that will get you to where you want to go and make that income that you want to make, because you have to multiply your dollars in this day and age. Like you're just never going to be afforded. There's no more social security. There's no more retirement. You have to be able to figure out ways of making more money to live the life that you want. Poor mentality believes money grows linearly because to make more, you must do more. Now, I'll be honest with you. There are times when I struggle with this myself because I have been ingrained. It was work hard for money. You have to do it. But honestly, you can make money like via investing, via doing the right things where it can grow exponentially. So that leads us into the last, rich mentality. They know that money grows exponentially because of leverage. So if you make an investment, you can 10x your money. Or if you do the right thing, like meeting the right client that can introduce you to more clients, or the right vendor that can introduce you to more vendors, it can be exponential and it could be easy easy and the flow comes so quickly and easily. It's like Napoleon Hill. Money can come so fast, like when you're in the flow, that you wonder when you were in all those lean years, like where was it, right? When it just comes to an abundance. So a rich mentality knows that it can grow money exponentially. All right. So here are the chances of success. 10%, I won't. 20%, I can't. 30%, I don't know how. 40, I wish I could. 50, I want to. 60, I think I might. 70, I might. 80, I think I can. 90, I am. 100%, I did. So when you start having these thoughts and you start shifting your paradigm and your habitual habits to I am, you are going to achieve success. I am a 6-figure and beyond photographer. I am a 6-figure and beyond entrepreneur. I am a multimillionaire. I am a billionaire. When you start saying those things instead of I won't, I can, I don't know, I wish I could, I want, I think I might, I think I can, to I am, you will get there. Okay. So keep pushing the boundaries and never stop evolving. You know, life, it really can be that easy. It is just changing and shifting your mind, and you're going to get hung up sometimes, but you got to keep coming back and you have to keep growing and learning and evolving. And that's why coaching is so important, because when you're hung up on something and you can't figure it out, you can go directly to your coach and you can get the answers that you need and the time frame that you need it, and start making those leaps and bounds. All right. So keep going for it, pushing the boundaries, and never, ever stop evolving. If you're not growing, you're dying. Just remember that. All right. So you understand more of what a paradigm is. Did you get some value out of this? Are you going to start taking necessary steps to change your paradigm and get into that life that you really want? If so, definitely comment down below, like and subscribe if you got value. And if you want to take your business to the next level, reach out. Our link is down below to connect with us and get on the phone, have a conversation, see how we can help you. In the meantime, thanks for hanging, and I hope you had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.